I started Sun Bear Studio after a career in education. I really decided in my mid-40s that I wanted to be an artist all my life, and it was time to take the leap and give it a shot. Sun Bear Studio now is part of a larger group. It's called the Front Porch Guild because we have a lovely front porch which is well illuminated and people can see as they drive by. Sun Bear Studio has been around for almost 30 years, but I've only been here and part of the Front Porch Guild for not even a year. I knew when I was 7 or 8 years old that I wanted to be an artist. We lived in a brick house with a screened-in porch in Bexley where I grew up, and I used to spend my summers on that screened-in porch painting and painting and painting. I decided to make the leap into art after 20 years in education and other things, and I was at that time an administrator of adult education programs here in Licking County at what is now CTEC. I changed gallery locations several times because the business was growing. And all these locations, Art Church, Center Village, and Alexandria, we had big wrecking parties to which our friends came and had a great time hammering into old walls and tearing the place apart. It was a lot of fun. That was probably the best part of the whole thing. We owned that building and we really needed to sell the building and utilize that income for finishing our house. And we did that. And at the same time found a location in Westerville. We really thought that would be a good spot as opposed to the destination kind of location Alexandria was. And then COVID hit. We were only open for 6 weeks and COVID forced us to close for 3 months. And even after we reopened, Westerville did not open. I mean, Westerville's activities and business and all the stuff that they used to do that drew the crowds was not being done for almost another year. So who knows how it would have been had we stayed. Probably the biggest challenge for me as a gallery owner, and probably for most artists, is making a good living selling art. You know, art is not a necessity. At least in the United States, we don't think of art as a necessity. I think it is, but that's not the norm. So when times are tough, like during COVID, or the economy goes sour, it's more difficult to sell art. I know art isn't the easiest way to make a living, but I have always done okay, and I think slowly over time done better. So no, there's no time when I felt, gosh, I'm going to give this up, or I'm never going to do this again. You just have days when you think, what the hell am I doing? And it's always in your mind, but most of it is not unpleasant. Most of it is nice to do. It's fun to send up checks to artists. You know, they're going to be happy. What have I learned? I have learned the joy of doing it, learning how wonderful it is for my life, and how much more rewarding it is than anything I've ever done. I feel like it's my soul's purpose, and that's the big joy in working in art.